jump on to the Wagyu burgers, and we are quickly approaching the big game, right? Which our Philadelphia Eagles are in it, by the way, which is really exciting this year. But for me, the big game is always kind of like the unofficial kickoff to being able to eat burgers again. Not that you can't eat them all winter long, but it's kind of like that season. A little early still, but we actually like eating them for the big game, right? Or tailgating. And it's kind of the time we want to start to think about this again. So we're really excited to have these Wagyu burgers here with you guys today.
So you're receiving 12 or 24 of the 5.5-ounce Wagyu Kobe style beef burgers. These are on 4 easy payments of $23 for the 12 count, and they are on 4 easy payments of $32.75 for the 24 count. That is a $53 savings. And like Ray said, this is something that we're gonna, show you burger style, but I have some other great ideas for you as well when it comes to this. So the 24 count can really stretch a long way without only sticking to the burger style. So, Ray, for anybody that's not familiar, why does this look so juicy and so beautiful?
Yes.
Is it the Wagyu? I mean,
I was just gonna say, look, these are well done. You can still see how much juice is pouring out of these. I'm actually glad they're like this because look at it. I mean, this is the way typically I would eat a burger going out to the restaurant because I don't want to rely on the restaurants to whether they got the right meat or not. So I want to make sure that they're cooking everything out of it. But this is still incredibly juicy. Why is it like that? This is hands down the best Rastelli burger you will eat. And there's for one reason. It's Wagyu beef. So what is Wagyu beef? Wagyu beef is the breed of the animal, right? A breed of the steer that's been raised traditionally in Japan, in a town called Kobe, Japan, where it's actually the name of the town, where they originated this breed of animals, where they feed them corn for about 400 to 450 days. To give you an idea, a traditional steer in the United States eats corn for about 180 days. So it's more than double the amount of time, first and foremost, which leads to this very highly rich marbled piece of meat, which then we take and we convert into a burger, and it just gives you the most juicy, the most flavorful burger, hands down, you will ever eat, right? And that's the meat. But then the way that we make the burger with our smash burger technology, which makes this burger incredibly loose knit, right? We call it a low compression burger because when you bite into it, it's like biting into an incredible steak. And I want you to give you a little stat, Brittany, about the Wagyu burgers, right? Think about this for a second. In the United States, there's over 30 million cattle raised for beef eating every year. 30 million of those cattle, right? There's only 5,000 of these cattle that are actually raised in the Ohio Valley here in Ohio that are raised specifically for us to bring these to you here at QVC. So I want you to think about that, right? 5,000 animals versus 30 million every year. That's how limited this product is. That's why when we're able to have it on QVC and we're able to bring it to you, it's just an incredibly, really a special story and a really special product, right? Not to mention, these are hands down the biggest burgers that we do at QVC. 5.5 ounces. They are going to easily cover a roll, and you're going to be shocked when you see these burgers actually cook. And what you're seeing right now is actually my dad, at the pastures, watching these animals graze and checking out, the farms in which they're raised. Really wide open pastures, clean air, clean water, the way meat is supposed to be handled, right? That's what separates this from anything else. It's the process we make it with, it's the meat that we start with, and ultimately it's the people that bring it to you, right, in our family. We really do take a lot of pride in having, we think, hands down, the best burgers in the United States. And this just happens to be one of them. If you want the very best one, that's what this is. But again, they're just so limited.
Yes, and the preparation method for these is made incredibly easy because of how it's packaged. So these are individually packaged and blast frozen. And I always talk about why this is important. To me, it's important because once upon a time, before I was with my lovely husband here, I would buy the burgers.
Before that?
I don't remember it, but it existed. So I'd buy the burgers, and then I'd kind of cook what I needed, wrap it up. It became mystery meat that got freezer burnt in the freezer, and then eventually went in the trash can. This is something that I know that if my son wants a burger, I can just make one for him. If you guys are coming home late from hockey, I can make 2. I don't have any waste when it comes to that.
I'm glad you said that, Brittany. It was funny, when we first started dating, which was, I guess,
5,000 years ago.
12 years ago or so. We didn't pack them this way, right? We packed 2, 3, sometimes 4 in a package, right?
Right,
and ultimately, when we started to bring burgers to QVC, we started just reading reviews about other burgers that were sold and what folks were saying. And they were saying they hated how they would clump together, or they would have to get a knife to separate them, and they thought that was dangerous, right? So we truly do take it a lot further to be able to bring it to you in a way that makes it incredibly convenient. Whether you get the 12 count or the 24, and Brittany mentioned the savings on the 24 count, once you have one of these, you're gonna want all 24 or more of them, I assure you that. And many people typically do get more than one of these when we have them available because they are so limited.
Right.
But they're just exceptional. And being able to pull one out at a time, you can do exactly what Brittany does here. She uses these so often in our house for tacos, for all the things that you were mentioning.
Exactly. So the best way to prepare these as a burger, from frozen. Take it out of that packaging,
Right.
Put it on your grill, your saute pan, your air fryer, however it is that you want to cook your burgers. Obviously your grill in the summertime. But if you want to use this as a base in a meatloaf, in a meatball, in a taco night, take the actual burger, defrost it,
Right.
and then put it in a saute pan and cook it like it's ground beef, just like I am here. So this is one of those items that we'll make when we have guests coming over. I'll just take out 2 of them. So this is 2 burgers right here, a little bit of the rotel. We have our
Right.
plate of nachos, and that's it.
That's it.
That's
We're
it.
done.
That's all it is. And look how
Wow.
much this is going to make. I'm going to pour this over and show everybody. And I have my cheese here because, Ray, I know you can't live without your nachos and cheese.
I can't, especially during, when the Eagles are going to play here in a couple weeks. But I just love having that. I love having that finger food. The kids enjoy it too. But again, when you pick these up, you could do things like Brittany's showing you here with. You can make burgers. You can take these burgers and make a whole little fixins bar with all kinds of different cheese. Cook 10, 12, 24, whatever you want to buy. Cook them off. If you're having a big group over, just lay them out in sheet pans. Have all your fixins, your condiments, your cheeses.
Can you see how big this is?
That's incredible. Let people go at it themselves. But again, that's just 2 burgers,
That's
Brittany.
2 burgers.
And one whole bag of chips.
This is enormous. And I'll
Right.
tell you, all of our friends that are here right now, we have Carol, we have everybody that's helping us
Right.
film, we have our food stylists.
Too good.
This is going to be torn apart.
It is.
As soon as it comes off,
I'm not waiting.
off of air. I know you're not. So everybody, this is the 12 or the 24 count of the 5.5-ounce Wagyu Kobe style beef burgers. So the 12 count has 4 easy payments of $23, and the 24 count has 4 easy payments of $32.75. That is a $53 savings to get double the amount.
Incredible.
I mean, it's like
It's unheard of.
you can't really go against that just because, everybody's kind of going after that 24 count right now due to not only the savings, a lot of smart people, but due to the savings, and then again, all of the different ideas that you can have with this. It doesn't have to just be a burger, but like Ray said, it will be the juiciest, most flavorful burger that you will have. And it also is one of those burgers, Ray, that I skip the bun a lot because it really does eat like a steak.
It does. Right. We've been to places, you and I before, I just lost it, but we've been to places before where we see this Wagyu Kobe style beef burger on the menu for 60, 70, even one place we saw $100, right?
Yes.
One burger. Because of the quality of the meat. It's so limited, right? It's the highest quality meat that you can get. So when you bite into this, number one, the process what we make it with that low compression knit burger, right? But then the Wagyu meat, it is like eating a steak. You're gonna like this better than most steaks, I assure you that, just because it's so flavorful and it's so tender, it just falls apart as you're chewing it. So it's truly an exceptional opportunity that we're able to have these. It's few and far between when we're actually able to have these on air, because again, only 5,000 animals that are raised this way in the United States for Wagyu beef that we can bring to you here at QVC, where there's over 30 million traditional type of beef cattle raised here in the U.S. So it's a very limited product, but it's just hands down the best burger. When you try it, I assure you, you're going to say it is by far the best burger I ever had.
And you're not really a condiment person.
I'm not. Honestly, I don't think you need it when you have the best burger.
But I was just going to say, I think it's because you're so used to eating a quality piece of beef that you just aren't used to eating condiments. Where I prefer them, I think because back in the day, I'm not used to it.
Right. I was going to say, if there's anything you want to put on it, right, just a little cheese, but we also include the signature seasoning. So if you want a little salt or pepper, right, or garlic, just take the signature seasoning out. You're going to get this package. It's more than enough to cover the 12, even the 24 burgers, but you get 2 of these actually with the 24 count or 1 with the 12 count, but you don't need more than this. This, the cheese, you can do a pretzel roll as Brittany's doing, and you're off to the races and you're having hands down the best burger. Or you can take 2 of them, as Brittany did, chop it up in her frying pan and have a beautiful Wagyu Kobe style beef nacho, you know.
Meatloaf, meatball, taco night.
So many different things that you can do when you start with this quality of burger. But what you're seeing here on your screen is actually the Smash Burger video. And it's showing you that when we cook this burger, it's gonna cook in half the amount of time, but it's going to shrink less. And during that process, the burger's actually plumping. So you're seeing on the screen, it's a real-time video, right? Just fast-tracked a little bit, that is plumping. It's getting thicker. So when you bite into it, it is the juiciest, most flavorful burger. All those juices just sit kind of right in the middle of it, and it explodes when you're eating it. It's incredible.
So I know the answer to this question, but just for everybody, if you're not grilling it outside,
yes,
what's the best way to do this inside?
First and foremost, we would typically do it on like a griddle pan, right? So if you have a griddle pan to put on top of your stove, that's great. But you can quickly just pan sear them, put them in a, on a sheet pan and put them in the oven. You can cook them in an air fryer. Really, any way you cook a steak, you can cook a burger. It's super simple. But I just put a coat on and go outside and fire the grill up.
Well, I know you do, so but I don't want to do that.
Never too cold for that. Except maybe this Saturday. I think it's supposed to be in like the mid-20s. It's too cold for me then.
So everybody just keep in mind that the 4 easy payments are going away at the end of the day. The 12 count is $23 and the 24 count is 4 easy payments of $32.75. Just a reminder that that is a huge $53 savings, under about $6 a burger. So the 12 count or the 24 count, item M67285. We have the free shipping and handling available. And it's just a wonderful item to have available.